Hi YouTubers, decided to come out and check out the condition under the head of my K241 and my Wheelhorse C-101, my plowing machine for this year. So I came out and popped the head off, hoping it wasn't too bad, and actually for once in my life I wasn't disappointed. A good bit of carbon buildup, as you can see, but nothing that can't be cleaned up with a little bit of brass brushing and clean up the area around the bolt holes a little bit. Exhaust valve looks carbonized, pretty good. Intake isn't too bad, but for being a 78 or 79, I'm not sure which this one is, not too bad. Well, I've got it off. I'm going to basically set the timing. I guess you'd call it static timing, at least I do, with the points 15 degrees off of the compression stroke. So all in all, that's pretty much what I'm going to get done this evening, hopefully into this weekend. It'll be done. Everything else is in pretty good condition, plowed great, but just has not enough power for the 10 horse that I thought it ought to have. So gonna see if there's any problems with the timing and check out the valve clearance possibly, and see where we go from there. Other than that, beautiful day. Gonna try and get her done. Later, tubers. Well, I did have kind of a question though, or actually an observation. I'm gonna see what I can do about looking this up and finding out what it is. Started cleaning it off with the brass brush, and I see there's a lot of buildup right in between the valves and the cylinder bore itself. It's a little bit on the thick side. I'm not sure if that would really be any of the problem or not. I mean, other than the observation that it's just a buttload of carbon. So I'm gonna finish cleaning this off and see what's going on with it, and hopefully go from there. And this is her so far. I do have a question though. I'm going to have to research a little bit. There's 3 marks. I don't know if you can see them or not. It's kind of dark out here. Each one of them is an X. Total of 9, but they're in groups of 3. I'm wondering if that doesn't mean that it's bored 30 over. If that's the case, this might be on its last legs. And hope not, because I know it's supposed to have a little bit of play, but I'll see if you can see it here. Doesn't have excessive play. It's got to have a little give somewhere, but it does have a little bit. So just for snickers and giggles, going to check it out. Valves seem to be pretty good. Haven't actually checked the clearance out on them, but that's tomorrow or for another day. It's getting a little late. No flashlight. I'm in the yard, so I'm not in the shop, so I'm just going to take it from there. Yeah, here's a picture of the head now that I've got it off. As you can see, it's rather carboned up. Maybe the lens is starting to fog up a little bit from being outside in the chill, but that's pretty much the whole way the whole thing was. I never expected to have the perimeter kind of rusty, or at least imprinted with the honeycomb from the head gasket. I've never seen that before, at least not just in sections. The bolts were rather easy to take out when I removed the head. That was surprising for as well as it went, and I did check the points on it, and I'm surprised it ran at all. The points were barely opening, but yet the thing still ran like a champ. So I'm hoping that now that I reset the points and got it timed right, along with the little bit of carbon cleaning around the valves and the new head gasket torqued down to the right specs, that everything will be hunky-dory and it'll run like a champ. We will see. Hey guys, I don't know if you can see this or not. I'll try and get up close, but you see the little bright spots on the head. Evidently, it's some kind of pitting. Right there. Right there. There's a line of 3, one there. I have no clue what caused that. The head itself cleaned up pretty good, though. Decent, I'll put it that way. Gonna hit it again tomorrow with some carb cleaner and really do a good wipe down on it. Maybe even repaint the top of it. Just for snickers and giggles. Blow out all the dirt and everything and get it coated. But we'll see what happens tomorrow when I get her installed and torqued down. See if she fires up and runs 10 times as good. Something else I don't understand. When I pulled these bolts out of the head, here they are as a group. All of them were fine, and I did mention they were loose before, but evidently I might not have realized how loose. This one right here, this one in particular, it looks alright, everything, but it actually had carbon buildup on the top of it. I guess it was loose enough that that it was actually going by the gasket and getting into the threads because it was carboned on the end just like the inside of the head was. There's another one that over here that isn't as bad. It's just a little dirty. But it basically was the same thing. Had a little bit of what looked like oil and carbon built up on it, but it was on the very end. You can see the threads are dry. Down toward the bottom has a little bit of surface rust, I guess you'd say. A little bit of corrosion right there. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. But this one, like I said, it was wet all the way up to where my thumbnail is right now with wet carbon. And the end actually had some caked on it like the valve, the exhaust valve did. So I'll be checking that out also, see if this helps improve. Couldn't hurt. All right. Well, here it is, tubers, dig 2. And so far what I've did, I've replaced the head, gasket, spark plug with an E3, closest I could come, put a new set of points on it, and tune the carburetor. In addition to all the other stuff that I did previous in the past few months, replaced the coil, condenser, rewire a little bit and so forth. So let me fire it up. I'll walk over here and see what you think. No choke. It has been run for a little bit, but that is not low idle. I did turn up the idle a little bit just so I could get it warm, so I could readjust it. But everything seems to be functioning, runs a lot smoother. Runs a heck of a lot better with a new head gasket. I don't know if it was actually leaking or not, but we'll see. Seems to have a lot more power too, so. Somehow I think it still has a little bit of a intermittent miss, but I think these Kohlers are famous for that. So, as long as it runs and gets the job done, I'm happy. So, we'll take it from there. All right. Catch you later. One thing that I did not do for you all, I did not turn it up on high. So, let's give that a shot.